Good morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest champagne. Thanks for tuning in. Jigger Rome's is in the YouTube box. Stimp 1024 is in the D Live box. I'm live streaming, multi-streaming with Restream.io. You can catch me on D Live. You can catch me on YouTube. Make sure you tune in to the networks. And stay tuned in, guys. We're here every single morning, weekdays, spreading that good crypto word. Good morning to Niagara, Stimp. Everybody's pouring in as we preheat this crypto oven to 10K and beyond. This indeed is a live broadcast. Like, sub, post notifications. Share this on your networks. Let the animals on the farm know that you're here booming with the best of them. Robinhood not now going to open operations in the UK. No reasons given. All right, I didn't hear about that. So Robinhood is not going to open operations in the UK. I didn't know that they were promising as of late. I don't know if you guys were expecting that or not. I haven't heard any news either way, to be honest with you. Good morning to Niagara Gardner. Boom. Yeah, talking about Robinhood, I just put a little order in. You know, I got a little weekly play that I always try to get into. I haven't been able to fill one this morning or yesterday. I was going to put a video out this morning. I started recording it, but then I scratched it. But the thoughts that I'm having is that we may be due for a little pullback, okay? A little pullback on the markets. You know, we've been up, and, I'm keeping an eye out there. We may be due for a little pullback. Now, let me be clear. I think the pullback indeed would be bullish, not bearish. Things don't go up in a straight line. So I'm kind of looking for a little pullback, a little, a little bit of some nervousness in the market. I don't want to say nervousness, but a little prudence, maybe a little, something, a little pullback so people get a little shook for a second and then we could buy back in. It's just something small. I don't think it, nothing major or anything like that, but things have been going up, maybe a little pullback and we could find a little buy entry. We're due for a collapse and crash. Listen, I mean, we've been due for a collapse and crash for over 10, 15 years. This is 2008 and before that. That's obvious, but I'm talking about what we have in front of us. And we're obviously due for a collapse and crash. We're sailing this ship with all kinds of bandages beneath the boat, and the boat keeps floating. I'm not talking about the imminent crash that it's got to happen at some point, whether it be 1 year, 10 years, or 100. I'm just talking about this little pullback. We can expect the Fed to continue to stimulate the economy. In fact, the European banks just announced some sort of a stimulus. I don't know the details, but the NASDAQ just hit another record all-time high. And that's right after, this European stimulus news. So, we're in this fake manufactured market, and what's boosting it is obviously free funny bunny money, and that's what it is. Derek says no 2 years max. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be 2 days, it could be 2 years. We can agree that the system's funny bunny, but the Fed is in control right now. The central bank system has become stronger because of this Rona. Okay. They've issued more debt. And for everybody out there that thinks that Donnie's going to end the Fed and the central banks, guys, come on. Okay? One thing that the Dems and the Republicans don't argue about is the banking system. Look at stock prices. It's overvalued. I mean, we've been riding the waves. That's obvious. But I would expect things to keep going up. And I've said this before. We're hitting all-time highs again. And we've already hit NASDAQ all-time highs. And I would expect it for the Dow and S&P. I'll keep it $150. I know a lot of people are calling for the crash, but like I said before, you'd be surprised how funny bunny and how twisted this thing is. The stock needs to go up. The stock market needs to go up no matter what. Who would invest if it goes down year after year? Right now, they're trying to prop it up, and that's part of the scheme. And there's a money wealth transfer going on, and I don't expect things to crash. I'm going to be honest with you. Not any time in the short run. I think we could see maybe a little pullback. But I do agree with Derek. On the other hand, now we know the system's funny bunny and corrupt and all that, but you'll be surprised, Derek, how powerful the central bank entity is. I mean, this plan that they are unraveling is 100+ years old. And people are here dancing and prancing, thinking about that if they just wear their mask for another 2 weeks, things will be over with. I got a bridge to sell people. This thing is not going to stop. Shout out to Frank White. Merry Tuesday, indeed. Let me go ahead and share my screen. You got Bitcoin there at 93.97, gaining weight. Look at this little Bitcoin booster. Overnight there, it shot up from 91.60 to 93 and chase, topping at 94.38, meeting a little resistance there as it approached the 95 marker. But how about that? Anyone who's holding the bag is going to get slaughtered. These stocks are more overvalued than the tech boom in 2008. Yeah, I mean, eventually someone's going to get slaughtered. This is a game of musical chairs at this point. I got to crank up the bridge too. You got it. There will be no crash, just a buyout, if anything. I think that I'm kind of siding with Niagara a little bit. Anything is possible here, and we just got to keep our eyes on it, and that's why the plays that I've been doing have all been short-term plays. Yeah, I'm not here jumping in long-term. The only thing I'm holding legacy long-term is Microsoft, and crash or not, you think Microsoft is going out of business? I doubt it. If anything, they've gotten stronger. Nice new bottom established at 91. We've held stable for about a week. No, we've held stable for longer. I mean, look at this Bitcoin charts here, 3 months. You could see here since about the beginning, about mid-June, we've been basically sideways. Yeah, we've gone up to, 95. We've gone as low as like 89. But look at this line right here from the end of June till now. I mean, it's been a few weeks that it's been pretty stable. I wish I could have gotten some crude oil, which was almost zero. Yeah, I try to make a play, but I actually bought in too soon. I bought in at 10 before it went into the negative, and I got clapped up. But we had the right idea. I just didn't know it would go negative. I just didn't know about that. But, you win some, you lose some, and you learn. That's all good. But, yeah, we were talking about PayPal yesterday and how PayPal's becoming crypto-friendly, how they are partnering with Paxos to sell crypto. And actually, I put it in a PayPal play this morning. Let's see if it gets filled. I'm looking for, I believe it's a 20. I'll tell you guys right now, actually, now that I'm going blank on what the play is. And I mentioned that I was thinking of doing like individual videos or a private group talking about the actual plays that I'm getting into. But I'll tell you guys an order that I placed. It hasn't been filled, but I'm bullish on PayPal. I've talked about it yesterday. It took a little dip this morning, PayPal. And because of that, I think that, it's worth the buy right now. That's why I'm taking a stab at it. Now, the order hasn't gotten filled. So what am I looking for? More details here. I'm trying to do a credit. This is a credit spread that I'm trying to fill. A 45-cent credit for a $250 collateral, a strike price of 170, and the other put that I bought is at 167.5. So I'm basically betting that by Friday this thing will close above 170. PayPal. Let me show you the price of PayPal right now. Got so many things on my watch list that. Where's my PayPal? There it is. Look at this boom with PayPal after the pandemic. So anyway, this is today. You could see that this morning we started selling off on PayPal right here. After a nice boom, all that news that we were talking about with PayPal. And now this dip, I'm trying to buy this dip with the spread. So basically, you put up the collateral, 250, and I'm looking for 43 or 45 cents credit. So $45 for every 250. And let's see. I'll let you guys know if that gets filled. But that looks like it may be the play for this week. One of the crypto YouTubers made a good argument that Elon could have been the elusive guy that started Bitcoin. He started PayPal. He wanted to make it a digital coin and has some of the same coding skills. Yeah, I've heard of that, but I doubt that Elon is as talented as the media says he is. Be honest with you. I don't know who that guy is. Be honest with you. I don't. I think there's a hole in the boat there when it comes to that storyline. I don't know if he's BTC, Satoshi or not. You know what my theories of Satoshi is. It's probably DARPA, deep state, and it's probably more than one entity. And he's in the inner circle of government-fronted companies. That's true, Crystozilla. That is absolutely true. These SpaceX and these government-fronted companies. That's true. The whole world is hiding out in Texas, says Derek. They're the ones that seem to promise to stick around. Like I said, Microsoft, for instance, Microsoft. What do you think? Even if everything goes kaplooey and we change into a system, what do you think? Microsoft's not going to be around? It is what it is, guys. Same thing with Apple. I'm a little more bullish on Microsoft than Apple. I'm not holding any Apple, but I think that they're both pretty strong. Elon gets his genius from the spirit world, says Jiggeromes. I don't know. I really don't know, but you know what my opinion is there. There's a hole in that boat. Many corps are run by the shadow feds. Yeah, we know that. Including some of these major corps. And I don't have any direct proof, but the Facebooks, the Googles, and whatnot. Let's run down the crypto markets. Let's see what's shaking and baking out here. And then we're going to look at the DeFi portfolio because we got like $1,000 gain over the weekend with that portfolio. It was like a 10% gain we had over the weekend. Bitcoin there at 93.83, Ether at 243. A little greenery, that's good. Once Bitcoin starts catching a little bid here, everything seems to follow. We got Ripple at 19 cents. We got Bitcoin Cash at 265. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision back at the number 6 spot. And Cardano slipping in its ranking down back to number 7 there at 12 cents. Litecoin at 43.65. Binance at 17.83. Crypto.com coin still there at the number 10 spot at 14 cents. Chainlink losing a little weight too. It's at 7.33. Chainlink now on number 11. Chainlink cracked into the top 10, but it sold off. EOS slipping in the rankings with EOS 261. Tezos 287. Stellar there at 9 cents, and then Monero 7.10. The clear way to tell is every time he applies to do things, they are magically approved in no time. Digatundo under LA and Vegas, sure. Right. That's what I've been saying. There's something up there with this Elon guy, like to think that he's just, some guy that started a bunch of companies. Come on, guys. Follow the money. Anyhow, Derek says something about what you're saying here. They aren't going anywhere, but could easily correct 50%. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Listen, when we already saw that could happen in March, that there could be a retraction about 50% on all assets. I mean, everything, but we would agree here that I don't think those big tech stocks are going anywhere. What we're seeing here is a consolidation into the big dogs. Okay. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Okay, that's the bottom line. You're seeing the middle class and mom and pop businesses getting slammed out there. They can't open, but Walmart can. So that's what you're seeing. This is going to be a trend. Buy a town in Texas to make sure your own spaceport. Right. Turtleback is saying something about so gay. And what are you talking about, Turtleback? Do I have to snipe you out the box because you're acting gay? Is that what it is? Is Crystozillas out there? Snipe this guy out the box with his dumb comment. I've never seen you before, and you're not added any value. So let me actually mute this guy. This guy's saying so gay, or I don't know. Delete and mute. Get out of here. This guy was wasted. Yeah, maybe he was cracking a joke or whatever, but you've never been in the box and you're already talking about so gay. He was probably like 12 years old. That's the thing with the internet. You don't even know who you're talking to. You could easily just get triggered by a 10-year-old or something. Like, I could have been a kid, he doesn't even know better. Could have just, you don't even know. That's why, snipe on the box, keep moving. Someone got smoked. Yeah, apparently. I feel like we're the 2000 tech bubble all-time high followed by an epic crash. Derek, you don't even remember how the 2000 tech bubble was, so calm down, okay? But I do think that eventually there's going to be a crash. That I can agree with, but you'll be surprised, guys. You'll be surprised. Too much soy and vegan burger, says Lady Plants. Maybe. Let's go ahead and look at the Wall Street Journal and the rest of the headlines. EU leaders agree on $2 trillion spending plan for recovery. There you go. This is driving the NASDAQ and some of the other markets. I know the European markets did well. So, right now it's like help, more welfare for everyone. Coca-Cola sales fall 28%, but it says the worst is over. Okay. Let's see what else could we see here. Market Watch is saying Dow futures rise as Europe forges historic coronavirus aid. Europe, it took them a while though to do an aid, but they're throwing, and they're attached to the same central banks, guys. NASDAQ record highs. We just talked about that. Let's look at the crypto. Troll token, the DeFi yield farmers are now about Wi-Fi. Latest DeFi token to top the chart. Yearn finance interest. Your favorite idea, its intent is unclear, but YFI is now trading at 1070. Yeah, this little DeFi thing is, it's getting a little out of hand. Let me talk about this for a second. This DeFi craze. Queen's Races just dropped me $3 for more bullets. That's right. Thank you so much, Queen's Race. Let me drop another one. Stay stacked up with the ammunition now here. Queen's just dropped me $3, guys. If you're getting value from the stream, drop a couple ducats in the bucket. I would say it's for baby formula for the kids, but they're not drinking baby formula anymore. At this point, I need to get them new shoes. They're growing fast. So, this baby formula fun. Now it's the shoe fun. Derek has them AOL discs still. I'm still joking. Yeah. I mean, I think Derek's, to a certain extent, I would agree. This is Funny Bunny, so we're looking out for a crash. But chill, Derek. You don't know how it was in the 2000 bubble. You weren't holding any bags back then. And let me tell you, people made gains back then too. Yeah, it all crashed and everything, but I know people that made gains in the 2000 bubble, major gains. The AOL dial-up is the OG internet. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's not though. I can remember the Prodigy dial-up in the 90s. Ducats in the bucket. Everyone needs to spread the love to Champ. Thank you so much, Queens. Thank you. Appreciate it. $3 in the bucket. The fund for new sneakers for the babies. I got the young Champ. I mean, I got him some shoes. It's like a couple months ago, and they're still looking clean and crispy. Some Adidas, and they're small on him already. So we got to get him some new kicks. And these kicks for kids. I mean, it's like $50 at least for a pair of kicks. So they're gonna wear for like a month. We got Robinhood postponing the UK launch indefinitely, freezing global expansion plans. I wonder why. Running into some regulation or something. Okay, so let me talk about this DeFi, because now they're talking about Wi-Fi and new governance tokens and decentralized finance is captivating yield farmers' attention. Its creators didn't set aside any of the tokens for himself, and he insists that the token has no monetary value. So now people are criticizing. And look, it seems like everybody's got a DeFi project now. Okay. And I'm going to give my opinions here. And I've been saying this for a year. Look out for DeFi. It's going to be the talk of the town. Do I say I told you so or not? At what point do I say I told you so? Okay. Because I think I was like one of the first to be like, DeFi is going to be the boom. Okay. Anyhow, now that DeFi has become the boom and everybody's DeFi, a lot of people are trying to do this yield farming. And let me be honest with you. I haven't gotten into yield farming because I'm weary about locking up capital. Okay. Just trying to get an extra, percentage out of it. Be careful. Okay. Because at any moment, these platforms could be hacked. There could be a hole in the boat. There's 1,000 things that can go wrong. Okay. So be careful with this yield farming and locking up your capital. Tread lightly. Now, that same thing being said, I think that the gains to be made here is not necessarily in the borrowing and the lending and locking up your capital, which I'm sure gains are to be made, but it's, simply even just speculating on the coins could equal some gains. Okay, so that's what I've been doing. I've been speculating on the coins, but I'm not trying to lock them up in the platform at this moment. Although, you can get some DAI and then you could do it with compound. I get it. There's all kinds of things you could do, but I would say just tread lightly. Don't throw your whole bags on these decentralized platforms because they're decentralized and you think that you're going to make an extra interest on your tokens that you've been hodling, which is probably possible, but it's also something that you gotta understand now. This is like the new ICO craze, and I would say that there's going to be holes in some of these boats. Okay, like there's a new DeFi platform coming out every day at this point. So, the way I would play it is worry about speculating on the coin more than worrying about yield farming, because that's how you can get clapped up. You start putting too much capital in it, and at any moment they can change the terms, or the smart contract gets hacked, or I don't know, 1,000 things can go wrong. So just, Champ, Bitcoin is on standstill. I've been swing trading small cap coins and making money. SYS came into Binance and I made 148 in 8 minutes. Caught the kapump. Congratulations. Derek said Champ did call DeFi. Yeah, I mean, this was over a year ago. I'm like, guys, this is going to be the boom. I'm telling you. And, I wasn't the only one, okay? But I was one of the first. Crazy how Bitcoin has been sideways since the halving. That's kind of what I've been expecting, though, Queens. And I think it's healthy for the long term. I bought Kyber at 43 cents. And she's booming, says Lady Plants. Great. We put Kyber on both of our altcoin portfolios. So actually, let's talk about our DeFi portfolio, because, I was just kind of criticizing the DeFi space. But, also we have the DeFi portfolio that we're speculating on. Okay. And that's kind of what I've been doing, with this virtual portfolio and also in reality. So let me go ahead and pull up that portfolio, because the last time I checked, guys, we were up $1,000 over the weekend. Not in a week, in 3 or 4 days. And now we've lost some gains, okay? But we're still up. So we're now below 10,000. 99.73 after topping off at 10,001 or something like that. Now we're retreating. But we started at 91.50 on Friday, so we're still positive here. Okay, and you can check out the bags that we have in our portfolio. This is the DeFi portfolio. Comp, Kyber, Bancor, Flexa, Aave, which is the Lencoin, and Kava. Okay, I know Comp, Kyber, Aave, and Kava are all on Binance. Derek, I know you keep talking about T0. Could you let us know where you're picking it up at? I think I've asked you this before, but I don't remember if you answered the question. Where have you bought T0 at? And where can you trade it? Because I do like the project and what it promises. I just want to know what you're doing. He got in at 120 and it's almost 4. Queen says, yeah, Lady Plants, Kyber is good to make money on the pump. KNC is a good choice. Yeah, I mean, look, one thing I like about the Kyber, it's been around for a while. I've used it, and it's one of the few tokens where you stake the token and then you get another token that's arguably more valuable. So you can stake Kyber and receive rewards in Ether, which is really, really attractive. Okay, there's very few platforms that are going to reward you in Ether and Bitcoin. They'll give you a stable coin or another airdrop, but everybody, they're not quick to give away bits or ETHs. Even these decentralized finance platforms, they were like, yeah, we'll lend you out a stable coin, but send us the ETH and the bits. That's what they want to hold. That's what they want as collateral. So, that goes back to what I was trying to say. Just tread lightly with these platforms. Obviously, you may want to try them out, and that's cool, but, remember that there's always a risk, and that risk with decentralized financing is in the programming. There could be a hole in the programming. So, don't be so excited when you hear decentralization. Decentralization doesn't necessarily mean that it is without programming flaws. If you go to the T0 website, it has a link to their exchange. You have to KYC. So it's I'm not surprised about the KYC. So what you're saying is that it's only available on their exchange? Is there any other exchange, or like where is it traded? Like it's only on their exchange? Lady Plant says, wait, what? Kyber stakes and ETH? Hold up. Yeah. That's what it is. You stake Kyber and your reward is in ETH. So, I mean, that's super attractive. Like that to me is major. So, yeah, check that out. Derek says, yeah, it's only on theirs for now. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm still attracted, but you see where the conflict of interest is. I mean, if the only place that your token is trading is on your exchange, then, there's a conflict of interest. Now, if the interest is actually conflicted in that case, I don't know. And I don't know, but I'm still interested with the coin. Calm before the storm. We are on the cusp of something huge, says JPAR. I mean, we're already in it. We've been in something huge for a minute now. We're deep diving. We're smack dead in the middle or getting closer to the thick of this thing. ETH, Cardano, BTC, Ripple, would you consider them blue chips? No, I think the only blue chips in the game of crypto are Bitcoin and ETH and maybe Monero. But Cardano is not a blue chip. Cardano just became a top 10 coin, and they just launched a successful testnet not too long ago. You can't even use smart contracts yet. Now, it shows a lot of promise, and I like it, and I have positive things to say, but it's not well established enough to be considered a blue chipper. In fact, it's not completely functional yet. Now, Ripple is fake crypto. Nobody uses that. Okay, so I throw it out in the garbage. I know there's a lot of people speculating, and it's been around for a while, but other than a speculation with the banking and an alternative to Swift, I don't see anybody using Ripple. ETH and Bitcoin are the only blue chippers, and then Monero is the truest crypto in the top 20. The only one that's not a surveillance coin out of the top 20 that I can see. BTC and Ether are blue chips. Yeah, I think they're the only blue chippers, and I would throw Monero in there simply because it's been around for a while. You could mine it with a graphics card, and it's fully private. It's the most liquid of all private coins. Now you can argue that no, it's not completely private, and there's a lot of arguments there, and I get it. But I'm saying compared to the rest of the crypto market in the top 20, as far as privacy, no one can compete with Ether right now. With Monero. Yeah, Edward Snowden praised Zcash along with Monero, which I don't even know what Monero is. Oh, Monero. Oh, okay. I thought you just you misspelled that. While I'm sure that Zcash is legit or whatnot, it's not in the top 20, and it has nowhere near the liquidity of Monero. So I'm talking about top 20 coins. I'm sure there's other legit coins out there. I'm thinking of the Mimblewimbles, and I'm sure the Zeros, Zcash or whatnot, but did you know that other than Monero, less than 1% of people who use privacy coins even use their privacy features? Okay. So what are you saying? That you shouldn't buy Monero? If anything, that makes Monero even more specific. Paroli Dior says, hello, Bull Trap, do you think? I don't know. Lady Plant says they crashed Zcash the other day. Zcash is traceable, says Niagara. See, I don't know. I'm sure that everything's traceable to a certain extent. But, as far as like true crypto coins in the top 20, there's no truer crypto than Monero. How many people are going to use it, or, if you can, or how truly private it is, that's a whole argument. But I'm saying compared to the other top 20 coins. Now, that being said, I don't think that Monero is going to become a top 5 coin anytime soon. So yeah, let's take another peek here. Compound, Kyber, Bancor, Flexa, Aave, and Kava. Notice that we didn't throw Monero in this one, obviously, because it's not a DeFi coin. But if I were to construct another altcoin portfolio, I'd probably skip on that and look for other ones that could probably make more gains. No, I'm saying because Monero doesn't make you opt in, it's better than all other privacy coins. I agree. Yeah, it's private by default. It's not like, oh, come onto our network, and if you want it to be private, you can click on something. Yeah, you know how I feel about Monero. I got a bag of Monero, but that being said, I don't think Monero is the one that's going to make all the gains. No, and ultimately, the world is not going to run on Monero. I don't think. Jay Parr says, I appreciate your input. Thank you, and I appreciate your comments. But yeah, with the DeFi tokens, guys, just tread lightly. Putting your capital into any platform, either whether it's centralized or decentralized, just tread lightly. I wouldn't throw it all on, I wouldn't throw it all on Comp or Make or anything, And I've tried these platforms out, and I even have a little savings there on Binance. Oh, okay. Give you guys another update. You know how I'd been staking and holding onto an ETH Classic bag. You guys asked me about ETH Classic yesterday. Somebody in the box asked for my opinion. You know what I ended up doing, guys? To keep it $1.50 with you, I had a bag of ETH Classic in Binance on the flexible savings account, and I was getting paid ETH Classic for saving ETH Classic, small. And I explained this to you guys that it's not really the crypto way to be leaving your things on exchanges, but I was testing it out with a bag that it was not too much. If I lost it all, not too much that I was willing to lose. But most recently, I was thinking about it, and you know what I did with my ETH Classic bag yesterday after the stream? I sold my ETH Classic and I swapped them all into DeFi coins, and most of the DeFi coins that we picked up there on our altcoin portfolio. So the Lens, the Kavas, the Comps, I swapped into ETH Classic. And actually, I traded at an ETH Classic at a loss. I'll be honest with you. You know how I got into ETH Classic about a month or two ago, speculating that maybe we would gain riding the coattails of ETH. And that really didn't happen. And I'm sure it will happen, maybe, but I don't want to hang around anymore. And then I'm looking at these other DeFi coins, and I'm like, you know what? Rather than taking the risk and just saving this ETH Classic bag on Binance, I'm running a risk just by doing that. Let me go ahead and just swap it out and get some DeFi coins as well. Niagara sold all his Litecoins into a certain alt as well. There you go. Listen, sometimes you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them, guys. I heard ETH Classic with FTM was getting into DeFi, but I guess it was just a rumor. FTM's Factum, I believe. I wouldn't be surprised. Anything that you could do on ETH, you could do on ETH Classic for cheaper, so they say. So I would expect some DeFi to propagate on the ETH Classic platform. But, I'm not willing to wait around when there's other tokens that are gaining weight. And, that ETH Classic bag is kind of like a speculation bag. It's not that big, it's like an altcoin speculation bag. And I made that play. It was kind of aggressive. And, I've been holding it for over a month or two. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not sure if I'm going to hold this anymore. So let me move it into something that appears to promise a little bit more. And again, it's that particular bag of capital. I'm a little more aggressive with it. And, I'm willing, obviously, to leave it on Binance for a little bit. And it's just a small bag of capital compared to the entire portfolio. But yeah, that's what I did. I swapped out of ETH Classic. I'm out of ETH Classic, guys. And I still like ETH Classic, but, it's been sitting on Binance, and I asked myself, listen, I'm running a risk just leaving my capital. Why do I have it in ETH Classic when I don't see it moving anytime soon? I gave it a chance. It didn't do anything. And, you can keep hoping and wishing, and, but sometimes you just got to keep it moving. That's what I've learned too. Sometimes you just got to keep it moving. It's something I should have done with Litecoin a long time ago. If I would have just kept it moving with Litecoin, I'd be a lot more ahead. But I kept holding on and wishing and waiting. And the hodl meme is important. And I think it's benefited a lot of people. But to a certain extent, it could damage you as well. You hodl too much, you can miss out on other opportunities. HODL is not the only strategy, in other words, and selling isn't either. But yeah, how about PayPal? I put in a little order there with PayPal credit spread. I'm trying to get was it a 43 or $45 credit for a 250 collateral. Live by the hodl, die by the hodl. Yeah, you're right. So you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. That's one thing. You know, it's like when everybody, when they're green into the crypto space, is like, okay, hodl, no matter what. And we learned that that's not necessarily the best strategy. You know, we should have sold in 2017 going into 2018 when things hit 20,000. But no, instead, so many people are like, no, hodl more. Obviously, if things boom so much, guys, take a little profits off the table. We learned. And because of that, we took some profits off the table on the following bull run during the halvening, most recently when it hit 10,000. When it hit 10,000, I took a little off the table. And I'm not mad because then it went down and we've been around 9,000 for a little while. So it's never wrong to pool profits, even if the next day the thing goes up 10,000%. It's never wrong to take some profits, guys. Don't kick yourself in the ass for taking profits, and don't always, don't think of, oh, I could have made more. If the coulda, shoulda, woulda, if you take profits and then you're like, oh, I could have gotten more, don't let your greed take over you. That's not a sound strategy. That's how you're going to get clapped up. So yeah, PayPal. Let's see if there's any other tokens that are slightly in the red that we may be interested in. Apple slightly in the red. Microsoft slightly in the red. Slack slightly in the red. Those are tokens that are of interest to me and that I've made plays that have been profitable as of late. PayPal, I already explained that. Etsy is another one I like. Upwork, Adobe. Tesla's getting clapped, but I think Tesla is going to keep going down. Tesla went up too fast. Fastly is one I really like. Snapchat. eBay. I was considering even doing a play on eBay today. I know we've all been told Ripple is garbage, but should we throw the baby out with the bathwater? Would it hurt to have a little bag just in case? To be honest with you, Par, I think the answer to your question in one word is no, it wouldn't hurt to have a little bag just in case. I don't think it would hurt. But on the other hand, I just see that there's so many other things to look at. And if you're really betting on crypto, I just rather put him on Bitcoin or ETH. And if you've compared the gains of Bitcoin and ETH compared to Ripple, I think they've outperformed Ripple. But I'll be honest, I'm not as mad at Ripple ever since Satoshi Vision came into the top 10. Derek says 10,000% I would be salty. Yeah, so would I, but you know the point I'm trying to make. Yeah. Yeah, at one point I was hodling too much and then I got tired of missing out on money, so I turned my hodl into my swing trade bag, and it's the best move I've done in all my life, says Queens. Congratulations. And that's another great point, Christozilla. If deep down you don't believe in a coin, then it's very hard to hold it. And I would agree, yeah. And that's probably why I wasn't interested in holding ETH Classic that much longer. It's not that I don't believe in it, but it's, if you're not like passionate about it, or if you're not really into it, and if you're just neutral, it's harder to hold the coin, And I'm not mad at ETH Classic. I'm not, I'm pretty neutral when it comes to ETH Classic. And maybe I like it more than I dislike it. But, after holding it a month, maybe I think it's almost like 2 months that I've been holding, and the play didn't go the way that I expected. I wasn't that much in the red. I see an opportunity, and I'm considering, I can either double down and just wait longer, kind of what I did with Litecoin, or I could just count my, take the L and keep moving. That's a fact. You got to know what you own and really like it. Right. That's why everybody's investment bag looks different, because people are into different things. And I said this when I was constructing a watch list for the stocks, when I started getting into, legacy trading. One of the first things that I started doing when I was researching the stocks is I started writing down all the companies that I actually deal with every single day, whether I like them or not. Okay? Because if you're dealing with a company every single day, then it's relevant to you. You know, for instance, you know, I pump gas at Costco, and I don't deal with them every day, but like it's something that I'm frequently dealing with. Costco, I put that on my list. You know, who's your phone service provider? Is it AT&T? Is it Verizon? Is it Sprint? You know, that's something you may want to consider. I'm here sitting in front of the computer every single day. I use Microsoft Windows. Okay, and I've been using it for a long time. I've used PayPal, eBay. So these things you may want to consider, and then ask yourself, you know, out of all the companies that you're dealing with, which one are you cool with? Which one are you not? And then you start researching the technicals in those companies, and then from there you kind of make a more filtered watch list that you can use to target deals weekly. How come you didn't tell me I could get ETH from Kyber? This is why I need a crypto daddy. You haven't been listening to the crypto daddies out here. I'm not the only one that said it. Marlon came in and talked about it a lot as well. So you were sleeping. You weren't listening, Lady Plants. What's going on? So yeah, you guys may want to check that out. Stake Kyber and earn ETH. Yep, I do the same thing, champ. All the best investors say know what you own. Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons. So I started getting into the options trading, you know, and I've been doing the options, boom, boom, boom. But then I'm like, you know, I know about Bitcoin so much. Why not get into BTC options? So then I signed up for LedgerX, and now I've been doing more advanced options trading with Bitcoin. But I feel comfortable because I like, you know, that's an asset that I've been tracking for years now. So, you know, I'm more familiar with Bitcoin than I am with Nvidia or even PayPal at this moment. So, you know, that's part of the reason why I'm trading that as well. Yeah, because when you don't, if it goes down, you'll sell out. Right. Like I'm pretty into Bitcoin. I think that's obvious. I'm a cryptomaniac. I was one of the first to even dub the term. Has anybody hold on, cryptomaniacs? Is that an original boomer tagline? It's crypto. I've never heard. I mean, I've heard people say cryptomaniac, but not before we were saying cryptomaniacs. So anyway, we're the original cryptomaniacs. I'm pretty confident in saying that. And because of that, you know, when Bitcoin went down to 3,000 after hitting 20,000, we held straight through it. Okay. We held straight through it. It's like so many people here in the box, 20K down to 3K and back up. And I'm glad we did, because we were passionate, and we are passionate about Bitcoin. But you're right. If you don't like it or you don't know about it, I would have easily freaked out when it turned 3,000 and just sold out. And I would have even stopped doing videos. Because, I mean, it got boring there for a second. It was Bitcoin waiting room. It was very slow. Nobody was coming up. We were getting a bunch of trolls. You know, things were at 3,000, and I was getting trolls like, no, it's going to crash. It's going to 2. It's going to 1,000. It's all over with. And, you know, in that environment, it's a lot more difficult to hold if you are not familiar with the underlying asset and if you're not passionate about it. No. Litecoin confirms in 10 minutes, ready to use. Bitcoin still in limbo's hours later. Yeah, but there's a lot of other tokens that, you know, you can send money quickly. You know, I'm thinking of anything from TRX to EOS to a bunch of other ones. I mean, even Steam and Hive are fast. Faster than Litecoin, I'll tell you that much. We got 7 people on D-Live. Boom. All right, guys, share some memes. I want to distribute some rewards right now. I just threw 50 in the box. 50 lemons in the box. 50 lemons. Why not limes? Well, limes are green, and they don't attract the eye as much as the color yellow does. So, all right, guys, share a meme or two. Let me share this little Pepe meme over here. Pepe in the treasure chest. Christozilla with the spam. Let's do it, guys. Distribute rewards. Click claim rewards on your end, guys, and you can maybe get some rewards. 30 seconds. Let's go. And the lucky winner today is Stimp. Stimp's always winning. Stimp's a winner. Sparta Riot Control got 19 as well. Stimp just donated an ice cream. Thank you, Stimp. I appreciate that. Thank you to Sparta for being in the box as well. I appreciate all you maniacs. And there you go, guys. Every single day we pass out lemons here. Make sure you're following the champion. And maybe you can win a lemon worth less than a penny. So I'm trying to buy this PayPal dip. Trying to get a put credit spread. You guys are sleeping on the options. I'm going to keep talking about them because I've made gains. I'm going to keep talking about them. I feel like the champ last year talking about DeFi when no one really knew what was going on. I was like, yeah, I did, I went on Maker, I got some DAI, I bought some more ETH. People were like, what? Link is faster than Litecoin to send money back and forth through exchanges. Is Link any faster than the blockchain that it's on Ether? Because, Link is an ERC20 token, so it can't go any faster than Ether, right? $93.80 on the bits. I'll take a few more comments and questions, guys, before I retire the broadcast today. Always a pleasure. And I'll keep you guys updated as to the place. Let me know. Let me know if you guys want a private group with the actual place, and I can do individual videos. Like I put an order in this morning, and I can actually show it, instead of just passively talking about it. Nice. I don't hold any Litecoin, but I use it to send between exchanges. I'll give ETH or Link a try. Yeah, since Link is an ERC20, I don't think that it can go any faster than Ether. Ripple faster than all of them, says JPAR. I'm sure it's fast, but is it any faster than EOS, Tron, Steam, Hive? There's a lot of them that are basically instant. Remember the other day, Marlon sent me some Tron live, and it was like less than 10 seconds. It was fast. Same thing with EOS. EOS instant. Steam instant. Remember when I would give away Steam? It was like, oh, give me your... That's why I like Steam so much. It was like not a long address or anything. It's like, oh, give me your name. Boom, I'll send it to you instantly. What is a good physical item to sell on eBay, says Sparta? I'm sure there's a few. Off the top, I would say that stuff to sell on eBay should be easy to ship. Items that are not too heavy. You don't want to, if you start selling 45-pound plates, you're probably going to run into a shipping cost issue. Try it out yourself in 2 seconds. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I know Ripple's fast. There's a lot of other ones that are fast. But the speed of payment, I don't think is the only thing that's going to move these tokens. I don't think the peer-to-peer cash is where it's at with the crypto. Although it's I get it. These programmable tokens, it's where it's at. The DeFi's, the smart contracts. As far as sending money quickly, I mean, people could do that with PayPal, with Visa, and yeah, I get it. But the layman, you can't sell them I can send money fast. They don't care. They're like, yeah, I can go to the store and buy something with my card anyway. You see what I'm saying? I get it. I understand that crypto's better because it's decentralized and you're not going through the entities. But for a normie guy, you can't be like, hey, a normie, you should use Litecoin because The normie's going to tell you guys, my Visa works just fine. That's why programmable tokens and utility tokens, I feel like, could gain more value even with the layman, because they're doing more than just sending value. Yeah, fast isn't all that matters. It has to have more than that, right? I've tried ETH like a year ago. I don't know if it's faster now, but I know Link is less than 10 minutes from CB to Binance. Yeah, like I said, Link is a Ether token, so you're sending it within the Ether platform. The thing is with Ether, look out for Ether. As Ether grows, there's been points in time where Ether's network gets bogged down and it has some of the issues that Bitcoin had. I agree. It's the smart contracts and what value you can bring into a token, right? It's not just like, oh, I can send you money fast. It's like, so what? I mean, I can send you money on Square, on Cash App, everybody has that already. And you can argue with them like, no, this is decentralized, and you can give them the whole crypto ethos argument behind that, but they don't care. They don't care about that. They want to know what they can get out of it right now. Tell him to sell meme shirts. There's so many Karens, Kevins, political memes, and the Smiths and Tory and Megan, plenty to make funnies. There you go. Saya and storage are used for cloud storage. Yeah, we've talked about them, Rocker. Saya, it's been a while since I talked about that, and storage is another one. But yeah, we've covered most of them. We've been here for years now. I've covered most of the coins. Let's see if there's any major gainers today. Elrond is gaining. Zcash, we talked about that. How about Flexicoin making gains today? Aave, Augur, Augur. I think there's something there with Augur. Augur was one of the first ERC tokens, or one of the first Ethereum dApps that really caught my attention. I was like, oh, there's something here with this Augur thing. I just don't feel like it's really caught fire the way I would have expected it to. But I like the whole concept of being able to create predictive markets and, bet on almost anything in the future. Bitcoin and crypto can be used to wash money by the elites, and so could cash. What's the point? I'm out. God bless you and everyone in the box, says Queens. God bless you as well, Queens. Kava taking a hit today. Chainlink taking a hit. And Swiss Borg. All right. Yeah, I'll take a few more comments and questions. I think I'm going to be out as well. Shout out to Lady, Rocker, Queens, and the rest of the boomers in there. I appreciate all you maniacs. I think I'm going to retire this broadcast for today. I'll be back tomorrow with the good crypto word. Make sure you follow me on DLive and on YouTube. And let me know. Let me know if you want me to publish these plays on shorter videos, or if you want to do like a private group or a Patreon, or I don't know. But I feel like some of you guys are missing out on these plays, and I've been talking about them casually. But for some reason, I feel like I got to make dedicated videos. I did one with the work credit spread play that I did a few weeks ago. It's there, but it didn't get that many hits. Yeah, but on that note, I'm out. Drop a comment, if anything, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless everybody out there. Stay strong. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest. Champagne, thank you for tuning in.